Hello and welcome to my channel. If you'd like to join any of my weekly meetings or book a private session with me, please click on the links below or go to my website. It's interesting, isn't it, that I've been doing this for years and I've made hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of videos and I don't remember any of them and I never know what I'm going to say. I just hit the start because there's no teaching, you see, there's no teaching. There's nothing to give anybody because everybody's already as it is, perfect, as it is, as it is. So here we are, just here. And that's it. As far as the mind goes, other than that, it's an empty book, isn't it? It's an empty book. Pages and pages of empty blank pages. Because if I wrote anything in those pages to relay, it would come across as a teaching. And I don't have anything to teach, but I do like to question everything. Question. Quest. It's like a quest, isn't it? But I think the quest is like almost an undoing. Because we have these books full of things written down, metaphorically speaking. And are any of them our own? Really? They might be, but you can usually tell the difference. You just know inside the difference. And see, if I was presenting a written book, my written book, to you, I'll be telling you how to fill in your book. But that's, that's ridiculous. Sorry. My book's full of stuff. My metaphorical book is full of stuff. I'm not saying that my book's blank. It's not. It's full of life. Full of wonder and questions and cats and art and speaking and whatever else goes on in my life. Metaphysics. Whatever goes on in my life, it's full of that. But you see, I don't relay that. I might do, maybe in years to come. You never know. Who knows, right? Who knows? As Phyllis said earlier, anything can happen. But for now, I don't relay what's in my book. Because if I did that, I'm presenting it as some kind of truth. This is why my book's written, and your book has to be written the same. Otherwise, it doesn't match up. Or why should it match up? So what would you write in your book? Say all the written pages which aren't yours. There might be some which are yours. I used to have books full of written pages which weren't mine. So you might have some written pages which aren't yours. You tear them all out. You tear them all out. What would be in it? Once you got rid of all the other things that you believe to be true because you've been told it or somehow programmed to believe it, what would be left? What is that thing? What is that inspiration that comes out of us which doesn't belong to anybody? It is uniquely us. What would it be? Would we write there is no free will? Would we write there is free will? Would we write there's neither? Would we write there's everything? Would we write there's nothing? Would we write I'm a me? Or I'm a no me? Or whatever it is that keeps us, perhaps, not all of us, but maybe keeps some of us on this seeking path. And if we're on the seeking path, there must be pages in that book that don't belong to us. Written by somebody else. Written by your parents or your school or some spiritual teacher or society. I'm left, I'm right. You know, whatever it is, whatever it is. I'm this person, I'm that person. I'm a failure, I'm a success. You strip that all away, what's left? What's left? Only you can answer that. Only you, only you. Because we're just sitting here, aren't we? We're just sitting here, and that's all there is, as far as we know. As far as we know. That's all I can really say, is I'm just sitting here. That's all I can say about the physical reality. The mind, the inspiration, the feelings, all that stuff. Is that physical reality? I just don't know. I just don't know. I can't say. It doesn't feel physical because I can't touch it, you know, can't touch it. But it doesn't matter. Because even if that's happening, it's still just here, isn't it? It's still here. But is that here filled with other people's writings? Where's you in there? What would it be? Or do we take it on board that other people's writings are my writings because I believe them, or we are one and they're me, or do we take all that on board as well? I don't know. This is the quest, isn't it? The questions. What do I take on board that keeps me locked? That keeps me seeking? It keeps me feeling that I'm not there yet. I'm not this, I'm not that. You know, the list is endless, isn't it? Of what we're not. We're told too many times what we're not. You're not free. You're not a no me. You're not a success. You're not liberated. All other people's stuff saying these things, and then we take it on board and say to ourselves, I'm not free, I'm not liberated. Or we're sat here right here. Being the life that is being created constantly, relentlessly. Doesn't end, does it? Where does existence end? Where does this end? Where does this begin? You may not be a questioning kind of character. I don't know. I can only speak from here because I am a very questioning character. I like to question everything. I like to question, what I've said and things I've talked about, if it comes up, if I remember. Has things changed for me? They change all the time. But really, there's no right and wrong in that regard. So even if someone tells you you're not liberated, they're not wrong. They're not doing anything wrong. But it's not true. Unless we think it's true. Are we liberated? Or are we not liberated? Or are we neither? Are we something so beautiful and expansive and amazing? We pin it down to this little, am I liberated? Oh, that was a little glimmer. That's not a judgment, by the way. That was, I used to talk to myself. I'm not liberated.